Hello, everyone. I don't have a name for myself in the sense of like reading tarot, but this is the Mystical Goddess Tarot. I love this tarot. I have been so blessed and gifted with this so many moons ago. I love it because it comes with a tiny little book. It's like a travel size. You know, it's not too big, not too small. I have been traveling with this for years. For years. I don't think I've lost a card. I hope I haven't lost a card. I really love these cards. I think that they are beautiful with their embroidery on the back. And then some of the pictures, not some, all the pictures that they have are so beautiful and so magical. And it's different goddesses from different spiritual practices, religions, everything. And I love it. Okay, I love it. What I am hoping to do, like what I'm manifesting for this page, is to just spread my knowledge of tarot. That's it. I want to spread my knowledge of tarot so that you can use it in your everyday life. And it could be helpful to you. It could be helpful to your friends and family. Helpful to any and everybody. But I want you to be able to read it on your own. Because who's going to tell you more about your life than you? Okay? Can't nobody tell you nothing about your life but you. Okay? So that's my goal. Because I like doing readings for myself. Right? I like to know what's going on in my life on a different realm. Some things I can't see, some things I can see, some things I just need a reminder of, you know? It's not that I don't know what to do, I just sometimes I need a reminder, and everything can be our teacher. So I use tarot as a guide for me, as a teacher, as a reminder of sorts that, one, I don't know everything. Two, I need help in certain areas. And three, as a guidance for me. But I don't want to have someone else to tell me that. I want to be able to tell it for myself. So teaching you how to read the cards for yourself, as I have taught myself to read these cards for myself. And also, not to say that reading isn't hard, and not to say that it's not a source of divination. It comes with a little book, right? It comes with a little book and a description of the number systems, of the meaning of the cards. Now, this is just a small window into reading the cards, because there is so much more that goes on in and on the cards that are not necessarily written on the cards or written in this book. So, for example, this card. So, in the book, they give you a breakdown of what the elements mean. And I love using elemental work because it really connects. It really connects for me because it makes sense. And I can see it and I can feel it and I can imagine it. So it makes sense for me. So in the book, they give you that cuzz is emotions. That is it's universal law that C has to deal with emotions. They give that to you in the book, but they don't go deep, you know, into why cuzz have to do with emotion. But everything about water is emotional. It's deep, it's connective, it's restorative. So they talk about the elements, they talk about the numbers a little bit. It's very surface level to talk about the numbers. But what they don't have in this book, which I think is lacking, is they don't talk about the animals. And I think the animals are very important when it comes to reading tarots, reading any sort of divination I feel like you can, how do I want to say this? You can read anything. Anything can be a sign. Anything can be a sign to you. So this card is dealing with emotions. It's C. It's the deep depths of your emotion. Here they have the number 2. 2 has to deal with partnership. So talking about your emotional state with your partner. Depending on the question, depending on what you want to know, this can mean multitude of things. If someone wants to know if they're going to get into a relationship, this can mean that a new relationship is coming. If they're already in a relationship, this could just mean fruitfulness within that relationship, right? So it just depends on what the question is, on how you use this card. But 2 is always partnership. This partnership doesn't always have to be romantic, but 2 is a partnership. 2 is balance. 2 is 1 + 1 coming together. Okay, so this is 2, love, partnership, C's, emotions in this card. Now the animals. Dolphins are very, 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 very playful creatures. So how I would interpret this is a very playful sense, a very jovial sense, a very childlike sense, innocence, pure relationship and romantic situations happening within your emotions. Now, you have Cancer, the sign Cancer. They have it right here at the bottom of the card. Cancer is also very family oriented, right? So in this book, they don't necessarily tell you too much about the astrological aspect. And I am still in the phase of learning the astrological aspects. And I just read a book from Astro D. If you know Astro D, hi. Love her. Amazing astrologer. Beautiful, gracious Black woman. And astrologically, Cancers are very protective, very family oriented. So again, this is in partnership. This is with family. This is balancing. This is love. This is your deep emotion, your home space, your feeling. I feel love. I am love. I am partnership. I am community. And then we have Venus. I'm pretty sure that's Venus. Yes. So astrologically, Venus rules beauty. Venus rules love. So again, this is a very lovey, 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 lovey card. So it, again, depending on the question that's being asked or what the person wants to know or what you are trying to say, you can use this in a multitude of ways. But learning what C's are, learning that water is depth. So anytime you have water, anytime you have the sea, anytime you have the river, anytime you have a lake, a droplet of water, anything with water is going to have to do with emotions. Also, water holds life. Water holds life as well. So if I was reading this, this wouldn't just be about, oh, this is just about love and this is about emotions. This is also fertility, right? Because the essence of water is holding life. Everything needs water. This is life sustaining, right? This is fluid, like water is fluid. This is transparent. Water can sometimes be transparent, right? So that's how I would present this card. And just presenting to you, to my audience, just seeing how this feels and talking about how to read tarot cards. Not what does this whole card mean, but learning the elements, learning the numbers, learning the astrological signs, learning how to speak to people, you know, how to convey this into different meanings and topics. Because if someone's single, it doesn't always have to mean partnership in, you know, well, actually, this is partnership. This is partnership. This is very clear partnership. And the reason why I say that is because partnership doesn't always have to be romantic, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a partnership in business. It can be a contract, something like that. But this partnership is specifically specifically for love, because one, it says love, and two, it's Venus. So some things can be one or the other. So even if there was partnership and this wasn't, if this was two, but it wasn't love, or it didn't have Venus and it didn't have Cancer, it could be partnership and business partnership. But because this is love and because this is Venus, which also rules your love and your partnership, very much relationship oriented. So that's what I have to say about this card. Just the beauty of this. It's just, I love the drawings. I love it's like almost like a painting. Like it's not like a comic. It's like a painting, like an acrylic painting. I think it's so, 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 so beautiful with the playful dolphins and just, I love it. I love it. I love it. So that was this card. What more can I say about this? Just looking at every single element here on this card. This is fruitful and it's bountiful. And I say that because there are things growing inside the water. You have lily pads. And so you can look at any element on this picture to read this picture and to see what it means. So when you're looking at tarot cards, or when you're looking at anything in life, there is a sign in everything. Everything has an archetype. Everything has a meaning spiritually, right? So that's how I read this card. I would look at every single thing on this card. The color blue also means something, right? So if you really want to get deep, you want to get into the colors. Blue is calming. Blue is relaxing. Blue is tranquil. Blue is peace, right? So there's peace here, there's tranquility here, there's calmness here, but there's also playfulness here. There's also life here, there's love here, there's family here, there's emotion here, there's love, there's balance, there's peace, okay? There's beauty, there's childlike wonder here. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this card. I really, really, really love this card. I really love this deck. I love this deck so much. But yeah, that's my first informational reading situation. I just really wanted to get on here and talk to the camera, see how it felt, see how it feels, see how I look, see how I am transmuting and communicating. I did not have any kind of script to this. I just picked a card and read it and told you what I see and what I know. So yeah, I hope you like this. I hope you enjoy it. I still feel really nervous about it. I feel nervous because, not because I don't know what I'm talking about, but how do I convey that to you, right? How do I convey that to you? I just noticed that these cards are women's hips. Oh my God, it's their hips and their titties. Oh! Oh my God, I just noticed that. It's their yoni, and it's the heart, and it's the sacral chakra. You can also do chakras, right? Blue for the throat, communication, love, partnership, communication. Okay? Speaking, using your voice. So there's so many things that you can read from this card if you understand numerology, if you understand astrology, if you understand elemental sciences, you know, chakras. There's so much to read in one card. But yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all I got to say.